Oh yeah, this is fate. This is fate. Oh, but it is Knightmage. I'm JR.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Because he's dressed as Mr. Fate, which is the question. For those who don't know, Mr. Fate is a DC character.
Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate. I said Mr., didn't I?
I mean, you're being proper. It's fine.
Yeah, true, true, true. So, Dr. Fate, why did you choose to play this character?
Honestly, because of the look. So I'm a huge Dr. Fate fan. I am more of a Doctor Strange fan, which is kind of like the Marvel counterpart.
Right.
But I just love Dr. Fate's look, and that's kind of how I choose my cosplays. Is I go with the, like, how can I like improve this look and I would look cool in it, you know?
Right.
And I just thought, all right, Dr. Fate, I like that look, but let me improve on it a little bit. Good.
What's a moment of Dr. Fate's thing that he did where he was like, whoa, that's cool?
So I really like how they did Dr. Fate in Injustice 2.
Injustice, yes.
I loved how they portrayed him. I'm not going to ruin the storyline or what happened, but just his whole arc and his power, his moveset, just everything about him in that was amazing.
Yeah, the comics just made him go like, okay, I see where you're going with this. All right, okay. The best Superman is the villain Superman. I am serious. Like,
I agree.
I feel like every time he's a good guy, it's like, okay. But when he's a villain...
That's because he's so powerful. Like, honestly, Superman, if he wanted to, then like, there's no stopping him.
Right.
So that's scary. So
Right.
thinking of him as a villain, yeah, that's scary.
The idea that he's just like, I can just annihilate everybody in an instant.
Yep.
And like a lot of people don't understand, like anytime he gets beat up or anything, that's him holding back because he doesn't want to kill anybody. Like that's what his parents showed him. Not in the new movies, but in the past, in the Justice League and all that stuff, it's just like, no, I cannot do this. I have to hold back. And if you ever seen the Justice League, there's a moment where like everyone disappears and he's like, this is a moment where I can let loose.
It was him and Darkseid.
Yeah.
And he's like, finally, I feel like I've been living in a cardboard box, but now I can let loose because I know you can help.
Because he says something like, if I even push myself to being real, it feels like I'm tearing through people.
Yes.
Like, oh, that was such a moment.
He is. I love him when he's a hero because the idea of that he has all this power and he's constantly holding back.
Right.
That's surreal to me. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But then again, by him being a villain, just absolutely frightening.
Yeah, because like if you wanna have an idea of how powerful Superman could be, look at One Punch Man. If he never held back, that's what it would be every single time.
Yeah.
So every time he punches someone, he has to like, okay, how much is too much, and then he has to hold that back.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't, that guy's dead. Grundy's dead. Bane's dead. Batman is dead. You know, like one of the best scenes in BVS is just how Batman suit up. He's ready to go. He has the turrets and everything, and Batman just like, boop. I mean, Superman's like, boop, launches him across a building, through a building, and you're like, yes, okay, that's how it should be. And one of the best scenes is like, boom, boom, boom.
Oh crap! Yeah,
that was great.
When Batman knew he messed up.
But of course, Dr. Fate can probably beat him because Superman is
prone to magic.
Yeah, somehow.
I don't get it. Nope. I don't think it was ever really 100% explained.
Comics are weird. Comics are weird.
Which I think that's going to be a what they ever do like live action Superman and Black Adam. That's going to be interesting to see how they do that.
I mean, it has to be the same as like him and Zod, but with powers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because like just the idea, like, okay, how are you gonna? Because you're introducing magic now, you know, into a lot like what would be a realistic take of that. But now you have Wonder Woman, you have all these aliens and everything. I mean, speaking of Wonder Woman, DC made a good choice of getting that director, and I really enjoyed that movie.
That's DC's saving grace as far as the cinematic universe. Wonder Woman, that was fantastic.
Right. Like, oh my God. Like, it touched so many issues. Like when the Native American is like, they took my home. And it's like, who? Who took your home? His people.
Yeah.
And then she's like, but he's the good guy? And it's just like, oh.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite message of that one. Oh, like, and the guy with PTSD too.
Yeah.
Like even though he kills people from afar, he does it because he doesn't want to see their faces. And it's such a like a moment where he's just like freaks out. And he's like, "Are you okay?" And she's trying to help. And he's like, "Get away from me! Just get away from me!"
And this fact, she just doesn't understand.
Yeah,
It's just yeah.
She was bred for war. She
Right.
was bred to fight. But not everybody's like that. And
Yeah.
the idea of people forced to be like that because it's War One. You know, like you have to fight for your country. You have to fight for your people. And sadly, sometimes that means taking lives.
That movie, I think that movie was groundbreaking in
like
a lot of different ways.
It dealt with war in such a realistic way. Because if you would think about it, remember the guy, the one she falls in love with.
Yeah.
He's sneaking through the factory, and you see children there, and he flies over them and drops bombs on that same factory, and you're like, wait, there were children in there, and he's like, nope, all for the cause, and it's just like, wow, this is war. This is war. And like one of my favorite lines is like, I wanted to be an actor, but I was the wrong color. That one got me really bad.
Because back then, that's the truth.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that's how it was. Look at this man here. There he is. Leon.
You're the best.
You're the best.
I love you.
I love you.
But yeah, that Wonder Woman like touching some things. The only thing I didn't like is the third act, where like when she killed. Spoilers alert! Spoilers alert! If you haven't watched it, I'm gonna spoil it right there.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman, when she killed Hades, everyone seemed to be like, "All right, war's done," and I was like, "Wait." Well, the message of the message of the movie was about like people sometimes suck. But other than that, that movie's fantastic. It's beautiful.
It's probably, honestly, yeah, DC's probably best cinematic. I mean, animated.
I can't wait for the second one. It's
oh.
again in the past.
Right.
So it's away from the...
It's going to be like the 80s.
Somewhere where
80s
she
or
fights,
90s.
Chitara.
Chitara, yeah.
Not Chitara. Cheetah. Chitara.
Chitara is Thundercats.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thundercats roar. I can't wait for that. I want to see what they do with it.
The only reason I'm holding off all like pessimism for it is because of Teen Titans Go.
Right.
Because when they changed that to Teen Titans Go on first, I'm like, eh. And then I
Same
actually loving it. I love it now.
Same
So
way.
I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to give it a chance.
Right. Like I'm the same way. That's how it was. And sometimes I watch Teen Titans Go. Sometimes I roll my eyes, and sometimes I'm laughing.
Right.
It's like there's some good stuff in there. Especially the animation when they like just break off from that like silly animation and go like full on like the music video one, like the Mad Max kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whoa! Wow!
That was
It's like, all right, we got a budget. We got a budget today. All right, let's do it. Let's just go for it. And it was wonderful. But one of the I think greatest moments I've seen with Dr. Fate is in Young Justice.
He was cool, yeah.
Yeah, because like he went from like old guy can't do it anymore to like, can he do it? No, he's a man of science. And it's like, can he do it? He's a magician, but he's a young boy. And then like that self-sacrifice of the father, man.
The thing cool about Dr. Fate is it's not 100% the helmet. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's the actual wearer too.
Right.
So it's a little,
like 50-50.
yeah, it's a dual personality. They're kind of
It's
shared.
almost parasitic though, too.
Yeah, it is. It is. Almost like a symbiote type of relationship. Yeah, it is.
It's in there for sure. So, being a cosplayer, what is your favorite cosplay you've done? Which one was the most fun you've ever won?
Oh man, dude. So I've done like over 130 costumes. So I'm like, they're all my babies. So it's hard to judge.
Yeah, it's like saying like which one's
Yeah, I can't do that. That's horrible. So, probably honestly, my favorite one, the one I'm most proud of is Predator.
Yeah.
That's the one I show to people that, you know, it doesn't have to be expensive to be awesome. So I made that for $125.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and so
I saw that and I was like, wow.
and most Predator cosplayers, they can spend hundreds, thousands of dollars, and they look amazing.
Right.
But that's not me.
You work with what you do, right?
Right, exactly.
You find ways, you find tips
Yeah,
and tricks.
and that's what I want to prove, is that you can do that
with a budget.
with the budget.
Right.
So yeah, the Predator one's probably the one I am most proud of.
Yeah.
But they're all my babies. I can't.
Can't wait for the movie.
I'm excited for
I'm
it.
like, okay, and then let's see what happens.
I'm excited for
Yeah,
it.
I'm excited. Predators was all right, but did you know they lied in the trailer? Yeah, remember that scene where there's like the three predators like have the thing on that guy's like the lasers when he gets out of the ship.
Yeah.
There's a trailer out there. I don't know if it's still out there. Maybe they took it off. There's a trailer out there. Literally, a bunch of lasers all over his body get on him, and I'm like, how many predators are in that planet? And then if you see the movie, it's just three little lights. But in that trailer, it's like.
Trailers lie.
Yeah, but that's a horrible lie.
Trailers
That was one of the worst.
I mean,
Deadpool lies, but they lie for a joke, and the joke pays off, I think.
that's true.
But like,
what are you gonna do?
and then Avengers lie too, but they did it in such a good way too. The hero shot.
That's Marvel. I understand why Marvel does that.
Yeah, because like trailers are bad.
Yeah.
The Homecoming one, and then like the Terminator one, back in the 80s, and then now as well.
I get it. I
Yeah.
get why they do it.
Yeah, because it's you gotta trick the fans.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean,
you don't get spoiled.
nowadays, there's so many ways you can spoil a movie. Like,
It's
so.
like either trailers or some people just the memes. I'm like, I get it, you're having fun, but come on, guys.
Yeah.
When I was like, man, I'm so happy I saw it on opening day. Because like what happens when you see stuff like that, you go in the movie, it's like, oh, that's where it comes from, and then you're like out of the movie. That's for me anyway.
I don't really mind spoilers. I'm the type of dude, I'll read a script before I go see the movie. So I'm cool with spoilers,
Right.
but I get that some people
No,
just
I
really...
am. I will admit it. I am a small percentage of like those people who just watch the teasers and then stay away from
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
That is me. That is my like obsession. Because like when I watched Avengers 2, Vision, I did not know Vision was in the movie, and when I saw him, I was like, oh my God, it's Vision! Jesus Christ, that's
Some people are more excited that way. I
yeah.
mean,
To each their own, of course, you know.
Right.
But don't spoil people. Stop.
Yeah,
When
don't
people ask them like, "Hey, don't talk about it," I'm like, and then you say something. Don't do that. 'Cause that's mean.
Don't be that dude.
Don't be that dude. Don't be that dude. So, you do charity work too, and
Yes.
I am so happy about that. And like when I first saw it, I was like, oh my God. So what is one of your proudest moments, and who have you worked with?
oh man, proud moment. I have a lot of moments. Probably one. So I was awarded the Presidential Volunteer Service Award from former President Barack Obama. I'm really proud of that. But I mean, I'm just proud moments, man. Anytime I get a chance to actually do an event or do a hospital visit or anything like that, I'm proud of that moment for the opportunity.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so many.
It's you can't just count one. I understand. Well, what you're doing is always so great, and I remember like when you visit the children, when you like make their dreams come true. I made a video a long time ago saying like cosplay. What cosplay is to me is those characters that are in the screen, those toys that you held in your hands. Cosplayers bring those to life, and they just like they make those real. And like I saw, it was so beautiful. I saw a black cosplayer who was dressed as Kyrie from Kingdom Hearts, and this little tiny white Pikachu girl was like, I want to take a picture of you. And then I was reading a tweet that children do not see race. They see their character. They see their love.
That's exactly how it is.
That's what we need to achieve. Like the openness and the happiness of children. We need that in an adult life, you know. And it was so beautiful. Like the Kyrie knelt down and the child was like, oh, Kyrie. It was lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah, when I see children, when I hear children like getting happy, I hear like, oh my God, it's this character. It's a beautiful moment. I'm thinking like, yes, yeah, and
That's what makes all this
That's what
what
cosplay's
makes it
about.
worth it.
Fun, making dreams come true.
Yes.
What are some charities that you want to promote, to push?
I work with a lot of different charities. So like right now, I'm working with Make-A-Wish Foundation of North Texas. I work with Make-A-Wish a lot because they have chapters everywhere. So no matter where I'm at, if I can't find a reputable charity, I know Make-A-Wish is there. Heroic Inner Kids around the Dallas, Texas area, but actually they're actually all of Texas now. They've grown up, man. They're huge, but they do a lot of good charity work in the Texas area, doing hospital visits, community events, gifting programs, you name it. I've worked with probably about 60 different charities worldwide. So
if you want to know, just go to his Facebook, go to Insta, go to his Twitter. He will share all that, and he will understand. Like he will tell you. like, again, thank you for all your
No
work. 'Cause you
problem.
make dreams come true.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Tell me, 14 minutes is good enough for a video. 2 more questions.
Yeah.
One, what is advice you can give to Kongor/cosplayers?
You know what? For cosplayers, especially like beginning cosplayers, cosplay to your standards and not others. I mean, it's very easy to go to a comic convention and then seeing these amazing costumes and like be kind of overwhelmed. You know, don't try and compare yourself to them. Do things your level, however you want to cosplay. There's no wrong way to do it. Like I always say, cosplay is your fan art of that character. So however you feel, and there's no wrong way to do fan art, right?
Yeah.
So
I never thought of it like that.
yeah. So
That's a
it's however you feel that character should look, and so do it.
Right.
So yeah, always do that. For con goers, you know what? I guess just have fun. Just remember, this is like a big family reunion. You know what I mean? And just we're all, how can I put it? Conventions are like, it's a very social hobby, but full of socially awkward people. So therefore, we can very much just like kind of be ourselves here, and we get each other. So just keep that energy alive. Like there's no judgment here, nothing like that. This is.
What he's saying is true, because without this camera, I'll be like, hi. Yeah, because I'm a very shy person, but...
You know what? It's like when you're a kid and you would put sunglasses on and
Yeah.
I'm invisible.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
people, it's, hey, put a microphone in my hand, I'm different. Some people, it's put a costume on, I'm invisible. Yeah. So,
Those barriers of self-doubt.
yeah, it's like your security blanket almost.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's awesome.
Awesome. Last question is like, what is something you wish to change in our community?
Oh man, so much to change. But if I just have to pick one, is I'm gonna have to probably go with the acceptance of other people's ideas. So you know, the way I think, I'm going in the cosplay way, but the way I think, you know, a character should look might not be the way that person thinks. And again, it's fan art, so it doesn't matter. It's not. I'm not. I have a saying, you know, what I eat, well, what you eat won't make me poop. So it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. Just let everyone have their fun. They're having fun. That's all that matters. If you like it, I love it.
I do want to add though, because like there's a certain limit you shouldn't cross if you are cosplaying some things, and if you need an explanation, I would suggest, you know, listen to other people who have gone through kind of like that kind of drama. There is a limitation of what you can dress as, because sometimes people will take it too far, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I want to guess that you're hinting at like like blackfacing and stuff. Yeah. Art is very subjective, but you have to remember that not everyone is going to be coming from the same place. For some things can be taken as offense. Even if your heart is in the right place, someone else can take it as very offensive.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right. You should always do your research and make sure, hey, is this going to be acceptable? And honestly, sometimes it's going to be and sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we live in a generation that we're more connected, much more open. I'm hoping that we are, and I feel like that we are.
I think we are.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more work to do.
Yeah.
100%. There's a lot more work to do, but we're moving, I think,
In the right direction.
in the right direction.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I mean, think about how we were 50 years ago, 100 years ago,
And
200 years ago.
The thing is, you know, people, I say 50 years ago, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now like this. And to think 50 years is really honestly not a long time.
Yeah, there's people who are still alive who suffered through that.
Right.
You know, listen to those stories.
Yep.
Know those stories. Anyway, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
You're an amazing cosplayer.
I
You're an
appreciate
amazing
that.
person.
Thank you.
And I would like to say, remember to learn something every day, then talk about it. We'll see you next time. Bye.